Hi everyone, welcome to Life Tips by Ning. Today is a case study episode to demonstrate how to analyze favorable element if your daily master is a young wood born in the summer season. So this first example, this is a Chinese 八字 and this is the English translation. So you have this yearly pillar of a Yang Fire and the Yang Fire. The monthly pillar is the Yin Water and Yin Fire. And the daily pillar is a Yang Wood and Yang Earth. And the hourly pillar is a Yang Wood and Yang Water. So you are a Yang Wood born in this month of May, which is the Yin Fire. And as I mentioned in the prior video, your number one element you're watching out and looking for is water. Fortunately, this example, you have water right here and water right here. And on top of it, you also have another Yang wood right next to yourself. So the three elements right close by myself are like in my own camp, right? It's either water supporting wood or another wood same as myself. Those are all the elements making myself stronger. So because you have a strong water to balance this output and reduction energy of fire and earth, this is a fairly good 八字 chart, especially because water not only positionally is in the pillar next to myself, that means the water's help is stronger compared to if it's like a further removed from a pillar away from me. And another reason this water is quite useful is it's not only showing up in the heavenly stem's top row, but also it has a root connected and supporting itself from the bottom row, the earthly branches. Those are the two reasons why this water is fairly strong. So if you have a strong favorable element in your chart, that's a pretty good 八字 chart because it's balanced. So the second example is this Yang wood born in the month of June. So your annual pillar is this Yin Fire and Yin Fire. And the monthly pillar is Yang Fire and Yang Fire. And the daily pillar is Yang Wood and Yang Wood. And the hourly pillar is Yang Wood and Yang Water. So the sequence of analyzing a 八字 chart, right? First step, find your daily master, your Yang Wood. Second step, look at your birth month, which is the most influential qi in your 八字 environment. And this is the Yang Fire birth month, which is June. And after that, based on my logic explained in the last episode, you still want to watch out for water, and you can actually dive into the birth date of based on that solar term to even see how much craving does it really need for water. This person's example, right? You have a good water buried here, but in comparison to this first example, it doesn't have any water showing up in the heavenly stems. And because this water is not directly sitting underneath itself, so in comparison, even though I have the favorable element in my chart, that's better than nothing, but it's not strong enough to give me as much help as I needed. So in this case, you still do this two camps, who's making me stronger versus who's making me weaker. So in this case, I have a wood, which is awesome. It's right next by myself. And I have this water supporting me. And I'm also sitting on top of a wood. So those three elements are all in my own camps, giving my input pretty high in order to give me enough strength to balance the demand of the output of fire, which is quite strong. There are four of them clustered together. So in this case, I have my favorable element and have the element same as myself supporting me in order to balance this strong and super dominant fire output element. So I can say it's a okay balanced 八字 chart, but as you can see, in contrast, it doesn't have this favorable water element in as much of a strong state as I need compared to this guy, which is right next to me, and it has both in the heavenly stamp and connected, supported underneath myself. So this person, it just has more importance for it to wait for this annual or 10-year environmental influence when you have especially water years or water 10-year trends showing up in your chart. That's a special great moment to call out in your life. So it's more favorable for you to make a change. It's just the best timing. And the last example is the young wood born in the month of July. So the annual pillar is Yin Metal and Yin Fire. The monthly pillar is Yin Wood and Yin Earth. The daily pillars are Yang Wood and Yang Earth. And the hourly pillars are Yang Earth and Yang Earth. So it's the same thing. Let's look for water first, even though relatively speaking, this is a transitional month. The desire and craving for water is not as strong as the hotter, more heated month, but it still wants water to balance itself. And unfortunately, this particular Bazi chart doesn't have much water. It might have a little bit buried under this young earth Chen earthly branch, but it's not like obviously showing up as a main qi. So in that case, I said, fine, the severity and impact is not as bad compared to the hotter month. But what makes this 八字 super imbalanced is, look at this. You have this monthly birth time of Earth, and then right underneath yourself, positionally, you have a Earth. And then on top of yourself, your neighbor is a Earth and sitting on the Earth. It's just like a super unbalanced Earth in this chart, which is in that camp of output and reduction of my own wood energy. So in this case, this guy is helping me, which is awesome. This fire is actually supporting Earth, so I don't want more fire to make that tilt even worse. This one especially, you have an even stronger need to wait for both water and wood, annual 10-year trend to make your own Bazi chart more balanced. And this is also a good example of my wet earth and dry earth logic in the last episode. Because I said this Chinese character means it's a young earth, meaning the end of springtime. That's along with the another birthmonth looking at this, right? Chou, that's the end of winter. Those are the only two earthly branch that includes water. They're called the wet earth. Unfortunately, like let's say you already have a lot of earth. To make the situation a little better, I'd rather have more wet earth in here, but too bad. Out of the four strong ones, only this particular one is the wet type. The other three are all dry earths, meaning those two, like the end of fall and the end of summer, neither of those include any water in them. So they don't have that wet balance I need and crave. They have too much of a dry earth type. That doesn't even, it just makes the matter worse. So that's just kind of a fine-tuned way to see. Too bad if you already have too much earth, at least a little bit more wet earth is more helpful and beneficial than a lot of dry earth. But overall, this particular example also prefer wood and water annual or 10-year trend to help myself, to give me more input and help to balance the need to do this output production of a lot of earth draining my energy. So this is just a quick 3 examples showing you how to find a favorable element if your daily master is a young wood born in the summer season. Thank you for watching. Bye.